Yeah, I think obviously you sit back after the day's playing, you take them being three down and still 40 behind. Um, I think we were still a little bit soft up front with our wickets, so we also need to be honest and own that. I think we could have been further ahead if we're honest with ourselves. But having then found ourselves in the position we were, I think the impetus and the innings shifted when Sean came to the crease. Well, actually Newman initially. When Newman came to the crease, you could just see the change in Craig and the way he went about his business. There's a real intent to the way he started playing. And then obviously Newman took it on, showed a real bravery once again. And then when Sean came in, that partnership I think was the key and ultimately is actually the difference in terms of us having a lead and not. Then obviously Craig being able to sort of initially coming in a tough period and work through various stages of that game and to obviously take it on the way it did at the end was really good to see. Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got his game plans. He's worked on his game plans with the batting coach. So he's clear in terms of his scoring options, and we just encourage him to obviously be brave in backing those. So if he gets the right deliveries, etc., we encourage him to be brave in that. If he gets out within that, so be it. You know, that's the game of cricket. We will look at his execution. We'll go work it on in the nets. But we want him to be able to play to that game plan and play with freedom within it. Yeah, he's been brilliant. He's a really exciting prospect for Zimbabwe cricket. I think he can really develop into a proper all-rounder as time goes by. Yes, if players, regardless of age or experience, if they show the potential and they have the attributes that we feel are necessary for success at international cricket, then we're going to back them. It's about obviously identifying players with those attributes that can be successful at this level. Yes, I mean Richard's obviously superb. He's been unbelievable over the last few months. He's hardly put a foot wrong. So he went into a conditioning block during the first test because he played all three of the ODIs. And it's a real tough ask for your seamers to go back to back with 2 days break, and having come off so much cricket prior to the test matches. So Blessing obviously missed the last two ODIs to go through his conditioning blocks. It was always sort of part of the plan. But like I say, he's hardly put a foot wrong for the last few months. So it was good to see him slot back in the way he has. And obviously Raza was superb. He's had a good game so far. He's still got a big job to do. And we hope he can push through till the end of this test. Yeah. I think it's brilliant. The more they play, the more they're going to learn because they're going to be thrown into different situations against various different oppositions, different conditions. So the more they experience that, the faster their development will be. So I think it's magnificent that there is so much cricket for these guys. Obviously, the management around workloads, conditioning, like you say, is crucial. Kurti Diesel, the strength and conditioning coach, has been working really hard with him behind the scenes. And obviously, like I said, with the Richard and a Blessing and even Chatera, who actually picked up an injury, there was a lot of conditioning and a conditioning block that they went into. So we'll continue to do that and to monitor their loads. At the end of the day, we need them fit and being able to take part on the park. And that may mean resting them on the odd occasion, like we've done. But obviously, we need to understand that when we do that, it's with the big picture in mind. I think firstly, going back to the white ball, if we go back to the start of that white ball block when we had Pakistan, we got off to a really good start there, winning that first ODI, and then we had that slump, and then we won the last T20. So although it wasn't consistent, we're still seeing the potential within the group. And then the same with the Afghanistan white ball series when we went into the T20s, we had that excellent start winning the first game, and we were really close to winning the third game. So we could easily have walked away 2-1 in that series. Obviously, the batting was a bit of an issue. and it showed again in the ODI series against Afghanistan. I think the big moving forward to the other part of your question, the big part is again it's creating a clarity around the game plans that individuals have. Now, every individual is going to be different, and that game plan is obviously based heavily around scoring options. We want them in that mindset where they're continually looking to score. The intent is there to score. The team with the most runs at the end of the day wins the game. You know, understanding how much risk is needed to go into, etc., will obviously vary according to formats and conditions and a whole host of things. But that's where the game plan or that's why it's there. So it's about encouraging them to play within that game plan. Like I said just now with Newman, we want them to have as much freedom within their plan as possible. If they get out within their plan, so be it. It's execution. Like I say, we go work around in the nets. It's if they get outside of that we then hard on them in terms of those mental errors that they would have made. But it's encouraging to obviously to play freely within that game plan. So obviously the medical staff have been working really hard in terms of trying to get him on the park today. So they did a magnificent job there. And we're going to have to continue to do that. It's going to be tough. He's in a lot of pain. But he showed tremendous courage to actually go out there and showed what he's about and what it means to him to play for Zimbabwe. I mean, you can definitely see that in the way he goes about his business. It's I can't look too far ahead. It's obviously we take it step by step with him, and we're just going to try and get him into the best physical state as we can, as we move forward in this test. Yeah, look, it's pretty basic. We're just trying to see if there's any deterioration in the wicket. It varies. Maybe after the first session on day one, you're looking to see if there's divots that have been made. As the test goes on, is rough being created? Is it going to assist the spin? Are cracks widening? So it's a whole host of things. Just also want to stress my legs.